We want to know, what do you have to say? Oh, what do you have to say? Oh, there's no time to wait. What do you have to say? Together we lift our voices and let them ring. Oh, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Talking about life, we got stories to reveal.
Philip!
Hey, how are you doing, Uriah?
I'm doing good. I am doing good. We're back
good.
again. It looks like we're wearing the same thing, but that's okay, right?
It's okay.
I'm good with it.
Yes, I am too, man. Wow.
So, off right before we started here, I was playing you some music that was created through AI.
Through AI. I'm still blown away that it sounded like that, man. I'm blown away.
It's interesting, and this is what our topic. So today I want to know what you have to say, what somebody else has to say about AI, because it's fantastic, and it also can be quite scary knowing what it's actually capable of, right?
Right. What it's actually capable of. For you to produce that, yourself was incredible, and just with limited knowledge, and it came out like that. And it sounded like it was studio done with professional singers, and AI, just the dichotomy of AI for good, and then AI, for not so good, but
for not so good. And those are some of I'm sure this will be a part two, because there's so much talk about it. There is a wow factor. Like, you have clearly a wow factor here.
Oh, yes. Right? I was blown away.
Whether it is with music or the art that people can produce. I don't know about you, but some of the way that the AI art looks, there's something about it that I don't like. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes. The AI images, like, I'll see them on a lot of thumbnails, and they look like a person, but they're too pretty, or not too pretty, but it looks like they're AI, or they're made, fabricated, and those that I have seen, which is incredible. And I even looked at a few programs to try to create thumbnails for myself, and
it's very interesting. Like, every time that I've seen the AI thing, and I have the New York Times did an article, and they have a little quiz, and I want to give you the quiz.
Okay.
But every time that I see the image, it's almost that they make it look like oil painting.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you.
That's what it looks
that
like.
Puts it in perspective. Yes.
And I wonder, I'm sure it's like a safety kind of mechanism, because I would imagine AI could completely fool us. And there needs to be something that makes it look different, so that we're not just fooled.
Right.
But
the
I don't like that.
Texture of it. Yeah.
The
texture of it is
weird.
It's something. Or it's either the background doesn't look like this in 4K, but it is something, like you say, oil paintings. But the images and AI can produce that. But what they look the same to me, as like they have a signature look, as the same. In, you know what I mean? There's a formula to it, and they just apply that same formula. Everyone is applying that same formula, so there's no differentiation to it, But
I can't create something that looks different than what you create, because it looks like that oil painting kind of. thing.
Right, and it's the same, and it can only produce what the program has, the parameters of that. So AI, that's that. I'm still just like, wow, did I hear what I heard? Did I really hear? But
Yeah,
that
you did.
aspect of AI, I think it's great.
Let me. I'm going to pull up this article on New York
Wow,
Times.
that's great.
Can you see the screen?
I
Good.
can.
Okay.
I can.
So I love this. It says, which image was created by artificial intelligence? Mm-hmm. Which one of these two do you think is AI?
It's the guy with the brown jacket. Him.
Oh, you got it.
Yeah, and I think that those are the images that I was looking at. The one on the left, or my left, it looks real. It looks like a photograph image. But the one
what
on
clues
the right,
you in? What clues you in?
What did you say?
What clues you in for the one on the left? It's a real photo for you.
The coloring is off, or it's not perfect. The coloring is like it would be natural. There's natural light on it. His skin, the tone of his skin, the color of his skin, it looks real. Even his shirts, I would say the AI image, all of the colorization is correct, but it still amazes me that that's what AI can produce.
Can do.
Without, I'm thinking that they have to have a template,
Okay.
But
look at which one of these two is a photograph, is the real one.
Which one is the real one?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I guess the people on my left is
what's in the background of the people on your left?
It's a tall building. I can see all the buildings.
This is the one that is the real one?
I think. Yes, I can see all the buildings there, I think.
You're good.
Is that the real one?
That's the real one. I can't
see. Okay. Yes. Because that AI one, I don't know. The real one with the real buildings, that feels real. And we talk about mood and in illustrations, and in fact, today we talked about mood in illustrations and graphics, and that I can feel something from that.
And I guess as I'm looking at it now, and you mentioned this before, there's depth of field in that photo. It's the one it goes back one, and this is not, a matter of fact, the background is blurred. Now I know stylistically people do that a lot. Now this one, I think this one fooled me, or I didn't know. And I completely got fooled when I did the test with the first two images that you did. Let's do another one. Okay. Which is the photograph and which is AI?
Which is the photograph and which is the AI?
Uh-huh.
Without it being, because they are small. Okay. Yes. So I would say the one with the circular buildings with the hotels, or those hotels, yes, or something. I think that is the real image. Nope.
No, that was AI. It's good, ain't it?
AI when it's used for those purposes, I see the value in AI and in other aspects when it's used maybe to write things, or even I've heard it used for medical uses to detect other things in cancers and things like that.
But I'm glad you brought up medical, because right there, there's benefits of AI in medical diagnosis. It can be very helpful. It's convenient. But on the flip side, there are, well, what do you think some of the concerns might be?
Well, my concern, or I guess my primary concern, is cybersecurity and how it could affect just safety. Do they have the safety protocols in place? Because I really believe that we're behind.
So with medical, the concerns around medical would be the privacy.
Privacy, yes, and possible. I don't know if an accurate diagnosis could occur. I don't know.
Well, with AI, I guess it's as accurate as the person who's inputting the information. So, you know, because the doctors are writing, this is what the client is saying, this is what I see, and then allowing AI to make a diagnosis.
Oh, man. And if the people are giving inaccurate information, or if they have inaccurate information, then because it'll only, just like you said, the program that we were listening to, it will only produce what you put in.
What you put in.
And
well, get this. Like, do you use Fitbits or any kind of tracker or sleep trackers? Okay.
I don't.
Well, I do. I have my Google Watch tracks all that stuff, and then I have an Aura ring, which I primarily use.
What is it? What is that?
It's called the OURA Aura ring. And basically tracking my sleep and stuff like that. But both of those, this is how AI can come in and all that kind of stuff, because imagine at some point in time, all this information that is tracked by Google and this other company is being funneled into all their information about you into a system that is now determining what might be happening at this time of day. Some of the questions that both are beginning to ask, Google's beginning to ask, oh, we noticed that your heart rate is up a little bit today. What is going on? What is your mood? Are you happy, calm, excited, blah, blah, blah? Because they're wanting to determine at this day and time what your mood is. Now, if you go into that ecosystem, whether it's Google or Apple, they already know, because I'm wearing the watch, they know where I'm at. Right. So they could determine, he's over here. Maybe he's at the gym.
Right. Oh, man.
So he's elevated because of maybe he's working out.
Yeah. That kind of gives me pause. That I know, and I think that we're already compromised. I think all of us, it's too late. There's no, I believe there's no going back. Because as connected as we are digitally and technically, there's no going back.
And there is no going back. There's no closing the door on that.
No, that's why I say for security and for privacy. I think that is. They used to talk about Big Brother is watching, and I think that this is way beyond. I don't see the outrage or the the need to address AI's capabilities. I mean, you have a ring on your finger that tells everything. Yeah, I don't. That's why I don't have. You have a watch. You have one. No. No. But I have a smartphone. So I have my smartphone is in my pocket every day. It knows that I drive to work every day. It tells me, are you getting up at my time to get up? Do you need to set your time at what time I get up? And it's those algorithms are.
Well, that goes into like what you're talking about, all the information it has, but then there's ethical considerations to think about too with AI and all this information that it gets, and information that we give it to help us out, right? So remember, I was in the driverless car.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And so like, I am adventurous. I'll do that, right?
Okay.
Some people won't, but then there's ethical considerations of AI driving the car. Like, who is responsible? So there was in the news, there was a couple of those Google driverless cars. They ran into each other. They had a wreck, right?
And
Who's
with people in
responsible
them?
for that? No, I don't think. I think they were both empty, but they ran. They had a car accident. 2 driverless cars.
Who's responsible?
Who's responsible?
I don't know. The programmers or didn't he say that they had to track the routes or something before? Is there something in the road that they track the car? It has to be connected. No.
No, all they did was, like, Google and all those companies that have driverless cars. I don't know about Tesla. They drive down the street and it like records the path. So and then I'm stupid. I don't. I'm just telling you from a layman.
Yeah.
They drive down, it records the street, it records the turns, it knows where it's going. So now all that information goes up into the cloud. It's in the system. So the car knows where it's at if the street has been recorded, if you will. It's just interesting to think about.
It is. I don't know. My finite brain is just like, they would find a way to say they're not responsible somehow.
Could you imagine?
They would find a way to say it was. So I don't know, for liability. If they have enough money to create that, they have enough money to fight that.
There's so much stuff that I imagine that we do not know about.
No,
and it's a little bit scary that at some point in time, AI is going to be, we're probably interfacing with AI more than we know when we're calling places. Do you know, and I'm a nerd in this, tech nerd in this way, but with Google, you can call a place and Google will put them on hold for you and call you back when somebody picks up the phone. So when you call something and you're going to be 5th in line, Google will monitor it for you. And when they come, they'll tell them, Uriah will be on the line in just a second. Isn't that crazy?
Wow. I have, when you have called the airlines or something and they say, would you like to be we'll call you back if you put your number in, and we'll call you back when it's your time in line. I'm used to that. Is that AI too?
I don't, well, maybe you could call it AI. I mean, that's probably a rudimentary kind of system where you put your number in and it goes something and it'll put you in line. Perhaps AI is controlling that system. Listen, have you noticed, I don't know about where you're at, but at some point in time, McDonald's has changed what their interfaces look like. When you go now, there's not that big long counter. It's closed off. You can barely see the kitchen. There's usually maybe 1 or 2 registers, and they have the order board. They're expecting people
for the kiosk right there. Yes, right. Right.
And some of them in SoCal, when you come in, there's nobody there. It's just the board. And well, I don't know if it's SoCal, but it's just the board. You order and your order comes out. There's nobody.
It comes out where?
They push it out through the thing to line up. I don't know if it's in Southern Cal. It's either on the East Coast or in the Midwest somewhere.
I think that I have seen that.
It's a test store.
Okay.
They're getting us prepared for AI and robots for us to interface with all of that stuff. And I don't know if I want that.
I think I still crave, or I still feel the need for human interaction to speak to someone. That's why I will get out of the car and go in a place instead of going
drive-through.
Yeah, even if it's more convenient, I will go in to. I don't know what y'all putting in my bag, or I think that's coming in some generations, but yeah, maybe not in my lifetime, but it's coming. Or it's already here. If you say there's test markets, there's already testing things,
Well, to make it be the norm, hopefully not in my lifetime.
Right, to make it be the norm, yeah. And that's what, when I showed your video to my students, and I was telling them, I was like, maybe your children's children, this will be common for them. And they were like, no, Mr. Perry, I don't like that. I was like, these are 8 and 9 years old, but in 10 years, just think how technology has doubled or tripled, since the 80s, and how technological advances have happened since the 80s, or even since the 70s. That's only 80s, 40 years since the 80s.
Well, aren't you also saying that you haven't, all kids now are learning, they're not learning how to write, they're learning how to type.
Oh, we're typing. Right. We take time to have manuscript and cursive, teaching cursive, where I am. Yes. We teach cursive, and then we have handwriting, but we're typing, a lot. In fact, we have responses are on, everybody has an iPad, and they go to their OneDrive and they put their response in on there, preparing them for an assessment that is taken on the iPad. So,
are they given an iPad at school, or this is their personal iPad?
No, at school.
At school,
everyone, has an iPad. I know. It is AI. I can see AI. I use AI in my classroom to help write rubrics for text dependent writing, to craft like a number 1 response, or number 2, or number 3, number 4 response. And ChatGPT will write a response for me if I put in the prompt, and they're incredible. Sometimes I used it, and sometimes not so much, but
and for quizzes and stuff at school.
Quizzes, yes.
Yeah, and I was looking. That's a big thing for teachers. Creating quizzes and things like that. When I start thinking back about AI, if you will, when I was in grad school, I remember using Grammarly, which I love, to check my writing. And I found it then, and I find it less so now, because one thing, depending on what kind of tool you use, but Grammarly helped my writing immensely. Now when I put things in Grammarly, maybe it might give me a different version of it, but my writing, it's not the grammar, the syntax isn't being corrected nearly as much anymore. So AI can be good, but how do you think it can also be negative?
And a hindrance to creativity, and also a crutch. Okay, so I don't know if I've told you the story that I was a judge for a essay contest,
Okay.
And every entry, some of the entries that I got, they were just strictly chat GPT or AI. They were just straight AI. They weren't changed. Their voices, the vernacular, the academic language. I was like with the other judges, I was like, they didn't write this. There's no way. This is not their order. This is not their language. They do not speak like this
No.
In their everyday, and they would not write like this. And yeah, we were disqualified quite a few.
Wow.
And because it wasn't their voice, I was just like, they didn't do this. So I can see where that can be a hindrance. And I'm not sure where the parameters are in even in college systems or in high school or how they have it set up, but it borders the line of plagiarism to me, even though they may have written it. But I just wonder if they have things in place that say, this is acceptable or not acceptable because it's not you.
Well, I would imagine 5 years ago, it was much easier to game the system if you had access to something that helped you write. Mm-hmm. But today,
no.
AI is easily spotted.
Right.
Because most of the time it's just, AI is what is a collator, if you will. Okay. So if you're writing the paper, it's pulling something from here, and putting it together in a particular order. And if somebody thinks they've written a paper, they're wrong, because all of that information is tied to where it
came from. Because the AI, I learned, it's not creating anything new. It is taking from the past, or what it is. But and then I say that in a year, isn't that going to be new information from, and I may not have the right words, but isn't that going to be new information from a year ago that is new now? And I don't have the right words, but
what do you mean, the AI generated stuff? You mean?
Yes.
Like, when will it start to be bastardized in a way?
Yes. And
what I find
it's just tricky though.
Best for creating outlines to help you understand, like, hey, I use Gemini, Google Gemini. Mm-hmm. Create an outline on this. I want to discuss this, or I want to talk about this. Give me some pointers, or give me an outline so I can blah, 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 blah. That helps in just help.
It helps.
Thoughts.
And I can see that helping, direct your thoughts, or what is that? Laser focus your thoughts on such and something. But in the end, you write the content that accompanies that outline. They're not writing the content for you. They're just giving you the bullet points, or or what they believe would be things that you would touch on, not writing the whole thing for you. And I can see that as a tool. I can see that as an assisted tool, but not writing the entire thing.
The whole
and trying to fool somebody with that.
I'm wondering, and I don't know if you've thought about this before, but what do you think the future of AI looks like? I mean, just what do you think the future of AI might be?
I don't know why immediately iRobot with Will Smith in it.
Okay.
With Will's iRobot, and they had robots, and then all of a sudden the robot began to emote feelings, and it evolved into something, more than what they had programmed it for. So I kind of see that happening, that somehow it
merges.
What did you say?
Merges.
into, because AI is supposed to be emotionless. It's emotionless, you know. But if it begins to have thoughts and feelings, then
we need to run.
Then we need to run, right?
Run,
and that's what happened in iRobot.
It started to have emotions.
Yeah, it's not supposed to, and I believe that it's just supposed to do what it's programmed to do, and when that happens, and I think that leaves room open for some bad actors and people that have other agendas.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, even they have them now, and I don't think that the systems that they have in place, the U.S. to try to regulate things.
I don't know that we're ready for how fast it's going to take off. Today. Yeah. Do you use the assistants, whether it's the Siris or the Googles? Do you use that?
Siri.
You do? Okay.
Yes.
So I'm Google person. So before they used to call it Google Assistant. So they are now transferring over their AI model, which is Gemini, into the phone. So it's displacing the old assistant, which was rather dumb. And so today...
Rather dumb. Okay. That's human quality that we put on there. Oh, yes. Man. Okay.
So Gemini is now answering, and they make it have a special tone, and they say, so now if you hear this tone, it's AI answering your question. And so I'm asking Gemini some questions like, hey, can you give me the winning lottery numbers? Oh, I cannot do that. It tells you its probability, blah, 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 blah. And I always do this with AI. And I say, well, why are you doing that? You must not like me. and Gemini will say something like, I am AI. I don't hate or dislike you at all. I don't have emotions. And so I keep talking to it like that. The reason why I'm saying, right?
What if it said, look, why you keep asking me? Because you get on my nerves.
You get on my last nerve. But I think in the future is pretty much like you said, at some point in time. Have you seen all of the robots they're trying to teach to walk and everything like that? So at some point in time, they're going to have a robot that walks very easily. Right. And then they already have AI. At some point in time, they do this.
I got you. That merge. Yes, I do. I see that happening, just evolve, into that. And
I don't want to be around when that happens. No way. No way. Because you know what? I think it's odd now. Remember the Jetsons? We thought Rosie at the time. Rosie was a robot rolling on rollers. But could you imagine at a future that who knows if it will actually happen, where you actually have a robot that I could say, hey, come here. Bring me my thing. That would be scary because you know what? For some people, it could be a social experiment. Could you imagine people who have a hard time making friends anyhow? If they just had a robot to do everything, you would not interface with people.
Right.
Except for work and stuff like that. I don't want to see that.
I don't. That makes me uneasy. Just thinking that if I was here at the house and I was like, go make me some fried chicken. Hey.
You do not want a robot making you your fried chicken. But maybe they will make the best fried chicken. Who knows? They're going to do it the same way.
Every time. Oh, every man. Time. every time it would be meticulous, it would be seasoned right, it would be floured right, grease hot. They wouldn't be, if grease was popping on them, they would be okay. It would just run me out my own house.
My gosh.
I just wouldn't. But
I don't want a robot cooking in my house.
I know, but just think, man. I'm thinking about a garden, and I'm like, they could go out and dig holes for me. They could go out and plant my stuff. They could harvest. They could harvest my crops. They could rake my leaves. They could, on those aspects. I don't know. It was still. I would still feel, but a few generations from now, that just may be commonplace. You just go to, I have, is it China or Japan that they already have those robots in place, or they're testing them. I can't remember what clip I saw on YouTube where it's either China or Japan already has that in place, and people are interacting with them already. So
probably in Japan, and you know what? They really can stay there, because I don't want to rush.
They can stay, because I can just think about if somebody programs them to go after somebody, they're going to go after them till it's over.
Until they get them. Yeah.
Till it's over, and there's some evil people here, and AI is for as good and as beneficial and as valuable as it can be. It can turn quickly, but
wow,
man.
I think for you, for me, for whoever, anybody's listening, I would encourage everybody just to become more aware of how AI is used in our own life, how you use it, how it's used in ways that you don't even realize, and just have some conversations. What do you have to say? Talk to some people about that. Just I think there's some things that are out of our control, and sort of the way that we're going in this technological kind of society and AI and all that stuff. I think that's out of our control. We're moving down that road.
Oh, it's done.
We should be aware, even though we can't change it much. Just be as aware as you can, and change the things that are within your ability. But
right. And I mean, while you were talking, I was just thinking about train systems and trailways and airplane systems, and just
I do not want AI flying a plane. Could you see that? Could you see that? In the future,
some of that technology is already on planes. It's already, and I was thinking as many trucks, 18-wheelers and those kind of things. When you say it needs to be a part two, this needs to be a part two, because it is so much that just immediately comes to the forefront of my mind about Amazon and dropping off packages and all of that in the airspace. Really,
you know what I'm thinking about? I will be thinking about a robot making fried chicken. and matter of fact, I'm gonna have to go to AI. Please make me a video or a picture of a robot making fried chicken. That's crazy, but
please send it to me, man.
I will. I'm going to.
An AI cooking me some pancakes. That's what I want to see.
Oh, my Lord have mercy.
Oh, man. Frying up some chicken.
We frying up some chicken, and maybe they can make some biscuits.
Have biscuits and have breakfast ready when I get out of bed. And you better have it done.
always stop. That makes me laugh. Anyhow, it's good to ending on laughter. That's great. But what do you have to say about AI? We will probably be talking about this again.
Yes.
All right,
absolutely.
Mister. It's been great. We'll see you again.
Okay. Yes, sir. That's like go time right now.
What happened?